post some emojis in the chat for her. Let's clap for her, what she is trying to do. Even just bringing us all together today. Oh my gosh. So I love the fact my sister, Miss Wilson, we're not related, but we probably are somewhere down the line. It was a pleasure hearing just even the end of you speak. And I'm like, how do I follow that? This was a setup. How do you top that? But Miss Green, I listen to what you post on Twitter. And for me, it's about how do we feed into that positivity? How do we help and lift one another up? So one of my favorite hashtag is I lift as I climb. How do I help make people feel better? Because they'll forget what you say, they'll forget what you do, but how you make someone feel is so very important. So I am humbled and honored to be here now as a newly appointed superintendent in District 31 in Staten Island. I'm going to brag for a little bit. Humility is very important to me, but I'm going to brag. I'm the first African-American female that's ever been appointed superintendent in Staten Island. So it's huge. And I say that with humility just to say that things are changing and there's hope. And with hope brings positivity. When Ms. Green reached out to me, and of course, as a researcher, I had to do my research, and I started seeing the things that she was doing. I reached out to Executive Superintendent Karen Watts, and she was just so excited about the work that you're doing. So I want to salute you. Sometimes it's a very thankless job, but I want to thank you for what you're doing. I want to thank you for reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity to connect with others. And I see some of my old folks from District 5. It all started there. So I think our family leadership person, I think Carla Tenorio was on the line earlier. I think I saw her. Maybe I was just wishful thinking. I want to shout her out. I want to shout out all the educators and the family staff and the school staff that are here, that we can't do this without you. I'm here because of all of you. So I was a former principal in District 17, the Jackie Robinson School, and I'm going to brag. He actually played baseball right out of Ebbets Field, so we got to meet a lot of famous people, and it was historical ground. But when I think about going in to be a principal, and I think about the work of my parent coordinators, my family worker, and just all those other people that helped to face the community, they saw them before they saw me. I couldn't do it without them. We're here and we're servants. So I call myself a servant leader because I'm here to serve. I'm in the public servants because this was my calling. This was my gift. This is something that I wanted to do to help others. So what I want to speak to you briefly today is about the power of positivity. I want to speak to you that even when times are rough, giving a kind word to someone, because we don't know what people are experiencing. I want to thank you and I want to let you know that you're appreciated. What I would like to do, and I haven't told my team yet, so I don't know if someone's on my team is on, like, there she goes again with one of her ideas, but I want to do something for District 31, and maybe this is something that can catch on with other districts as well, is thinking about our unsung heroes. Thinking about those parent coordinators and those family workers and those that are in those service fields that don't get the acknowledgement. So we have a principal's day, we have assistant principals week, we have something for teachers. Where are we acknowledging the folks that work with families, those community-based organizations, those parent coordinators, the custodians, the cafeteria staff? Do we thank them as well? How do we show up for our families and show them that we appreciate them, that you're pushing through and persevering? It's not easy. As a new superintendent now of one of the largest districts in New York City, because we have 70 schools that run the gamut from 3K to 12, it's not easy for me. And just that appreciation, last night we had, I don't know if Ms. Green saw this on Twitter, we had Dr. Danielle Dickey work with our families. And did you see the Twitter? So he was helping our families think about literacy development. He did a 3-part series. And what was amazing about this is I had parent coordinators, I had teachers, principals, myself, and someone from my team on the call. Where do you ever see all those different layers of families and communities and district people all in the same call, learning, laughing together? We even raffled off some prizes. And even though it wasn't a large turnout, I'm hoping to use that information that now that I've empowered those families, that they're going to be able to use that information, and I'm going to further support the schools with that. So that's my platform. Coming in and having a district app, because I felt it was important that we communicate with folks. Why am I telling you all these things? Because I know without the appreciation of all that you do, I want to support everyone to make sure their jobs are easier, because for me, it's about the children. It begins and ends with the children. So I lift up for you those practices, those nights, those evenings that you stay late. I lift up those times when you have that angry parent that we don't know what they're experiencing, but you still push forward, and you may have your own things that you're dealing with, but you show up. We want to thank you for all that you do to support our families, because out here in Staten Island, we have the uniqueness that we have the part of town that the Wu-Tang Clan came from, Method Man. If you know anything about rap, they're from here. And then we have the South Shore where the mob wives. So we have a really interesting dichotomy out here. And it's interesting. And even if, parents are pulling up in Bentleys and Range Rovers, they could still be experiencing some things, and people are showing up for them. And we want to thank you for that. We want to thank you for helping families during this time of the pandemic that, we didn't know what to do. We talk about being 21st century learners and embracing technology. But last March, when our lives changed and everything just shut down, you were the people that were there just helping to support everyone and make it happen. So whether it's trying to figure out how to get on a system to get a laptop for a family or get some printed copies, you were there. And some of you had no choice but to be there. So I just want to let you know that we appreciate you. We thank you. We thank you for all you do. And for me, I think about my deceased grandmother, and I think where the words that I live by is a saying that she's always said to me: good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. And if you've heard me speak at a graduation, you're probably like, oh my gosh, she's always saying the same thing. But I'm gonna say it with you, and then we're gonna do a choral response together. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. You show up and you're good. You push yourselves to be better, but we wanna be the best for our families. So I'm going to say to you, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. We're in this community together. Thank you, Ms. Green, for putting us together in this space that we can just even fellowship with one another. And, people say, well, what is it, caffeine? What is it, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks? No, I'm just naturally like this. I'm just a very happy person. Like, she sees my tweets and she's always laughing. I'm like, oh my God. Yes, I'm always this happy. I'm happy about life because I'm happy that I'm using the gift that God gave me, that I'm able to share with others. And for me, my platform is about the power of voice in schools. I want to hear everyone's voice, parent voice, student voice, teacher voice. I may not like what you have to say, but I'm going to listen to the feedback. So again, thank you. We appreciate you. I salute you. Know that everything that you do, even if you don't get the thanks, you're getting the thanks from me. And I'm going to give you that virtual hug now and just say, I appreciate you. I thank you. I honor you and I value you. And I want us to continue to support Ms. Green. She's doing really big things in the community. She's helping so many people. So we need to spread the word. We need to lift her up as well. When she has an event, we need to tweet about it. We need to let others know. We need to use our networks. She's even trying to give stuff away and, help you. She helps me. And I don't even think she realizes how much she helps me. Just when she retweets something or something that I read, she pours into me. Because even having an advanced degree, I'm not above learning. I'm learning every single day. So that power of positivity, being your best, showing up and being your best. And even on my worst days, I still try to be my best. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is just a little secret I want you to know about me, because I always feel about it's so important to connect with my audience so that you know that I'm a real person. So I've been in the district 3 years. I was a deputy superintendent, and actually I was invited to be the PLF, the deputy 6 years ago actually now, and I decided to turn it down. And it was just after the Eric Gardner situation happened when he was murdered. And I felt as a Black woman that I didn't have a space out here and that it wouldn't be the right decision for me. So I decided to go to District 5 in Harlem because I figured the people looked like me and it would be a better place for me to go because it was safe. And I didn't step out on my gift and I decided not to go. Worked there for a little bit, met some amazing people, then decided it wasn't the right place for me. So I went to do quality reviews. So I visited schools, and guess where they started sending me? Yep, to Staten Island. And each time I did a quality review out here, each principal kept saying, we need you out here. We need your lens. Kids need to see people like you, that it's possible. We need you. And I'm like, oh boy, now I'm gonna have to swallow my pride. The man that I turned down, I'm gonna have to tell him, beg him for a job. Oh my God. But that's part of my story that I wanted to share with you too, that humility and knowing when to. So I said, sometimes making the wrong turn in life leads you to the most beautiful destinations. And while I turned you down 6 years ago, I'm now asking that if you ever found space on your team, I would be honored to work with you. So I turned him down in January 2015, and I emailed him March 2018. So I want you to follow the timeline. Every time we were supposed to meet, there was a snowstorm. Remember that year, 2018, we had those constant back-to-back snowstorms. So I'm like, you know what? God, are you telling me something? Maybe this is not what I need to do. Maybe this is the wrong decision. After the third canceling, he said, you know what, Marion, just stop by, rain, snow, I want you to come in. I come in, he said, we're going to find something for you. This man, Anthony Lodico, created a job for me so I can come out here. He said, don't worry, I think you'll be deputy in a little while. I did it. I say all that to say, where you belong is where you belong. And you can run from it, you can hide from it. But if God wants you in a certain place, and my mother said it, if God wants you on Staten Island, you're going to go to Staten Island. It took a while. I went detour from Jersey to Harlem through Staten Island back here. And when I tell you the joy that I'm feeling being in this seat, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I got the job. So I was a foster parent. So you're like, where does she sleep? I was a foster parent. I adopted my 2 beautiful children February 11th. It was a magnificent day for me. So I'm a mommy of a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. I got the job March 1st. My father died March 6th. Natasha's like, oh my God, yes. So in the space of 6 weeks, my life, the ebbs and flow, but I still show up positively. You want to know why? Because the best in me can fill into the best of you. So I want you to walk away today loving on yourselves. And if I can do it, you can too. Thank you for being here. It was my honor and privilege. And remember, we're going to say it together. Unmute yourselves. Let's do it together now. I said it enough times. This is a test now. I'm still a teacher. Take yourselves off mute and let's do this together as a team, as a family. We're coming together. Good, better, best.
Never let it rest
until your good is better and your better is best.
And I want your voice to be the last voice you hear. Give yourselves a round of applause. We appreciate you. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Have an awesome Friday.
Thank you. Let me take a picture really quickly. Thank you. You're amazing. And Dr. Wilson, like I share with others, call on me if you need me to come out there to Staten Island and just do a parent day with archery, or if you need me to talk to people about tech, don't think nothing of it. It's just what we do as people, right? And when you look
we're staying in touch. Don't think you're not. Yeah, we're staying in touch. We're connected. So
we are. All right. I know you got stuff to do. Bye. We will send you a thank you card. Bye. Wow, how amazing was that, you all? I'm gonna see some hearts, some claps.